Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my YouTube channel Ramzan Biology. Student, today we are going to talk about the human physiology, or the first topic of written biology, the respiratory system. Student, respiratory system is a system of body which perform the duty of respiration. So firstly we have to know what is the respiration, then we will know about the respiratory system. Actually, if we define the respiration in our general term, so we come across this definition, that respiration is a process through which a body inhale oxygen and use it for gaining of energy plus water plus CO2, and then exhale this produce CO2 from the body through the lungs. So you can see here a process through which an organism inspire oxygen and use it for getting energy plus water plus CO2, and then expire CO2 through lungs. Okay, student, generally in our common observation in every book we come across a definition that respiration is a process through which a body inhale oxygen and exhale CO2, but it is not complete definition. We have to complete our definition and our general term, because respiration is not only the inhaling and exhaling of O2 and CO2. It is also involved in the production of ATP and every cells of our body. So due to this reason I have given this definition of respiration. So actually, the respiration on basis of this definition can be categorized into two main types. One will be the external respiration, and second is the internal respiration. In general term, we say external respiration is the breathing, which is inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation is the intake of O2, and exhalation is the letting out of CO2 through the lungs. Okay. Second is the internal respiration, and this external respiration only occur by our this respiratory system, which is the combination of air passageway and the lungs. It is external respiration. The second one is the internal. It is a respiration which occur in cellular level. It's called as a cellular respiration, because it is not an organic respiration. It occur in cellular organization. Like we cannot see the cells with our naked eyes, so therefore we use microscope for this. So therefore internal respiration, we say that it is a respiration which is only occur in our cells. Okay, the internal respiration as cellular respiration can be categorized into two types. One is the aerobic and second is anaerobic. These two are the respiration which occur due to the external respiration. This respiration occur due to the external respiration when we inhale O2. So this is done through the inhalation of the external respiration or the breathing. So this oxygen then carried by the blood vessels to our cells. So in the cells there is two types of respiration occurring. One is the aerobic, second is the anaerobic. We also say the aerobic respiration is the oxygen absent respiration. It is a respiration in which there is no need of oxygen, and this is say it is absence O2. Okay, and this is say is a presence of O2. So this respiration will occur in the presence or in the absence of O2, while this occur in the presence of O2. Okay, this usually now I'm giving you lecture, so the anaerobic respiration occurring inside my urine cells. But the aerobic respiration, because this time I am taking in oxygen and expiring or letting out CO2 by this process. This is the inhalation and exhalation. But the aerobic respiration occur during a time when we are running. During running time, we are not completely able to inhale completely oxygen and exhale completely the CO2. So therefore, there is no sufficient oxygen for oxidizing food, the glucose. So therefore, we have need of energy ATP. So therefore, there is no oxygen completely. So our cell occur in our cell, the aerobic respiration occur, due to which a very little amount of energy is released, but we only survive during the running time. After the running time, when we stop, so we are able to inhale oxygen. So after the aerobic respiration in our cell, the anaerobic respiration also occur. So this was the general term and introduction to respiration. So on the basis of this definition, we can conclude the respiratory system as a system of body through which the process of respiration occur. You knew about the respiration, it is a process. You know about this definition and its types. So it is a system of body which perform the duty of respiration. It may be external, may be internal. Okay. This was a general term. Now we are going to only focus our study toward external respiration. So before explaining this, we will explain this diagram firstly. So this is the diagram of external respiration, air inhalation and exhalation or breathing. Okay. So our external respiration or breathing is consist of these organs of our body: the nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, and then lung. And after this, the external respiration gain completely. Okay. So if I mention this is ear, okay, it has to enter our respiratory tract. This whole tract, this whole part we call as a respiratory tract, because through this the process of respiration or external respiration occur. Okay. So when this ear enter to first part of our nose, so we say that the nose is the opening part to the digestive tract. It consists of two nostrils. You can see here, this is the upper nostril and the lower nostril. So it is consists of two nostrils, this and this. Okay. And this between the upper nostril and the lower nostril, there is a membrane which we call as a this. You can see here, this red is called a septum. Okay. This membrane is called septum, which separate the one nostril from the second nostril, and this latter part is called the nasal cavity. Okay. So the air enter to our respiratory tract through two nostrils and then goes to the nasal cavity. And the nasal cavity, there are several membrane, or we can say the mucous membrane, which trap the microorganism coming through the ear and trap them and don't let them to be inhaled through with the ear inside the respiratory tract. Okay. So it also consists of hairs. So the hair moisten and warm and clean the air from all microorganisms coming with the ear. So nose perform this function. It moisten, it clean, it warm the coming air from all microorganisms and send them to the next part, pharynx, a clean, a fresh air. Okay. The next part for the air to be inhaled is the pharynx. Pharynx is a 12 to 14 cm long. You can see here from here after the ending of the nose to here till the larynx. It is called pharynx. Pharynx is 12 to 14 cm long. Actually, pharynx is involved in both digestive system and also respiratory system, because when food comes, so the food also enter to its digestive tract through the pharynx. So this part is called a glottis. This whole part is called the glottis, and this membrane is called the epiglottis. It is called epiglottis, is glottis. So when food come, so this is directly the ear passageway, and this second membrane is called which is so there is this point is called the glottis, and this membrane is called the epiglottis. Okay, so when food comes and enter to its digestive tract, it also passes through the pharynx, and when the air comes from the nose or from the mouth, so we can also inhale through the mouth. Okay, so this air also have to pass from pharynx, then it enter to the respiratory tract. Okay, so on the dorsal side, the pharynx lead to or open to the esophagus, and on the lateral side, this is the lateral side, outer side, it open into respiratory tract. So the pharynx open into respiratory tract on the lateral side, while on the dorsal side it open into the digestive tract, which is esophagus, and the larynx is on the lateral side. Okay, so this is the epiglottis. It is a plate-like membrane which work as closer and opener during the digestion process. When we are eating meal, so this membrane work is this come like this structure. Okay, this open the trachea and prevent the food from going to the trachea and lead them directly to the esophagus side. Okay, esophagus. While when we are inhaling or exhaling, so this open the, so this epiglottis open the trachea and let the air to be entered to the trachea. So it work is closer and opener of the trachea and esophagus. So during we normally say that we haven't to talk during the meal time, because if we are talking during the meal time, so for talking we need oxygen and exhaling of CO2. So if we are taking meal, so for the meal our trachea is remain closed, while if we are also talking, so for this purpose we also need to open the trachea. So the this too, while in meal time we have to close the trachea, while during the respiration we have to open the trachea. So the function is disturbed and the trachea remain open, therefore the meal directly goes to the trachea, therefore the meal goes to the trachea. But thanks God, Allah has created some muscles which we call as cilia. We will talk about this. We push the food upper side. Okay, this was the pharynx. So the pharynx lead to both roads, the digestive tract and also to the respiratory tract. Next part the food is the larynx. Next you can see this red color portion whole is called larynx. We also said the larynx is the voice box. I am talking to you, so this talking is produced, this my speech is produced by my larynx, which is present in my this respiratory tract. Okay, this lead to the opening of the trachea, which is respiratory tract. Okay, so they don't perform any other function. So okay, they contain some mucous membrane. They contain some mucous membrane like the nose, which trap the microorganisms which are inhaled and came from the nose through the ear. So they also contain some mucous membrane in order to trap these microorganisms. The next part is called trachea. Trachea, you can see here from here to here, it is trachea. It is about 10 to 11 cm long. This contain, you can see here, these C-like structure. It contain like these C-like structure. They are incomplete cartilaginous ring. This help the trachea to don't collapse during the inspiration and expiration, because during the inspiration and expiration the air pressure in the trachea is increased, so the trachea may be damaged and it will collapse with each other. So in order to provide fitness for the walls of the trachea to don't collapse with each other, Allah has created the incomplete cartilaginous ring which are complete on the lateral side but are incomplete on the dorsal side. So their work is to prevent the collapsing of the walls of the trachea. Next, there are some ciliated muscles, or we can say tissues. Okay, so before I said that if during the meal time, if we are talking, so if the meal come or enter to the trachea, so Allah has created cilia muscles which work is pusher. So they contain cilia muscle. If the food come lower down, so they push back. These push back, and they sometimes comes out through our nose, because they directly come, because there is epiglottis which is like this structure which has closed the part, so they directly move through our nose. So during meal time, if we are talking, so if the meal come in to the trachea, so the cilia muscle directly push this up and they come out through our nose. Okay, so this was the trachea. The next part, in the trachea then divide into two branches. One we call as a bronchi, plural as bronchi. These two, because they are two, so we can say bronchi, and the one is called the bronchus. The bronchus also have the incomplete cartilaginous ring. So when they enter to the lungs, so when they then divide and subdivided into smaller bronchioles. When the diameter of the bronchioles become less than 1 millimeter, so then there is no cartilaginous ring present in the bronchioles. Okay, the next part the gas exchange, and the last part in which mostly the gas exchange occur is the lung. When the air come and reach to the lungs, so this is the right lung and is the left lung. The right lung is divided into 3 lobes, this, while the left lung is divided into 2 lobes, the superior lobe and the inferior lobe. Okay, so then there are some small structure which is called bronchioles. Then the bronchioles divided into like pouches like structure, or the bunches of the grapes. We call it the alveolus. Called alveolus. This is the main site for the gas exchange in the lungs. Okay, so the left lung is smaller than the right lung. It is due to the presence of heart in the cavity of the left lung. So therefore left lung is a little smaller than the right lung. Now we will come to the property, the inhalation and exhalation. So during the inhalation would occur in our lungs, mainly in our lungs. During inhalation, our chest cavity is composed of these rib cage. This is the whole as the rib cage, and the lungs and the diaphragm. So during inhalation, the volume of chest cavity increase. So when the volume increase, so this is the called diaphragm. It is a muscle, dome shaped like muscles, which help in inhalation and exhalation. So during the inhalation, this is a dome like structure of diaphragm, so it become like the plate like such as this. It become as a plate-like structure, and the volume of the chest cavity increase, and the diaphragm help the chest cavity to move up. It helps the chest cavity to move up, and the muscles of the rib cage contract. They are contract and help the chest cavity to move upward and frontward. And upward and the frontward outside. So it is due to the upward motion and outside motion, the volume chest cavity increase, and the air pressure in the chest cavity is decreased in response to the outer side. So therefore the air rushes from the place of higher concentration to the place of lower concentration. So therefore the air rushes through the nose and to the lungs. While during the exhalation, the volume of the chest cavity decrease. The diaphragm comes into its original position, dome-like position, and the ribcage muscles also the intercostal muscle. These muscles you can see here, these red lines such as this called intercostal muscles, they relax, and the chest cavity also relax. So therefore the volume of the chest cavity decrease, and the air pressure is increased. So we say that air moves from higher concentration to lower. So therefore during the expiration, the CO2 or the air rushes out from the lungs through the nose to outer side environment. So this was about the respiratory system. So student, I hope that you have learned more about my lecture, and if you have any doubt, any question, so please mention in the comment, and don't forget by subscribing, liking and sharing of my video.